about a year ago I was going to start bass fishing.
Goes out and buys the most expensive bass
Right
boat
off
you
the
can buy.
bat.
Doesn't even own a fishing rod.
Right off the bat.
Goes and buys a Vexus.
I got to have somewhere to put the rod and the bait, so I got to buy the boat first.
Come on, you got bolts to put in. Look at all these ARs we got to put together.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whoever you may be. We are back again on the Outlaw Way podcast here with Nacho, Cheeto, and Tyler. Today's subject is going to be doing, what are you doing after you clock out of work? What you got going on after that? You going home, you sleeping, you got something you like to do. What is it that you do?
What hobbies do you have?
I mean,
when you own several businesses, is there ever clocked out?
Oh, I make it a point at a certain time in my day to not give a fuck about anything else except fun shit that I want to do.
That actually starts a whole topic in itself of making yourself clock out.
I'll clock out physically, but I'm never mentally 100% clocked out because you might have to answer the call or email or whatever.
Yeah, you're never mentally 100% there either. I mean, you're slightly psychotic a little bit. I mean,
but I will physically clock out and dive into something.
Got that right. What the thing is, and I try to make my wife understand this, when I stop working, I'm going to go out and work on my car or work on my side-by-side.
Yes.
It's still work, but it's shit that I enjoy. I pop open a cold top and just have a good fucking time doing whatever it is that I'm doing. Me personally, I done got in this little mud riding thing here. I done got hooked up with a Thunderfab and high lifter, and I got a Can-Am Defender, and I have jacked this sucker up. I'm running 42-inch tires, mud bogging, mud hogging, speakers blaring. This sucker looks like a fucking spacecraft coming through the woods because it's got so many LEDs on them. And I absolutely love it. That's what I do when I'm not working.
I have to narrow my hobbies down because I have a problem.
Oh, you got a lot of problems.
What do you do? Just do everything at least once a day?
My problem is when I do something, I do it.
Yeah,
I'm all in.
Full send it.
I will break the bank. I will lose the house. Like, we're finna do it all.
I got that right.
So I got to limit my hobbies to a handful. For instance, I decided about a year ago I was going to start bass fishing.
Goes out and buys the most expensive bass
Right
boat
off
you
the
can buy.
bat.
Doesn't even own a fishing rod.
Right off the bat.
Goes and buys a Vexus
I
bass
gotta have
boat, which
somewhere
is
to
the
put the
nicest
rod.
bass boat out there.
I got to have somewhere to put the rod and the bait, so I got to buy the boat first.
He was going fishing with me and Tyler and borrowing rods, reels, and baits, and then calls me and says, "Hey, I just walked in the show." He went to take his Can-Am to a dealership to have it worked on and seen the boat in the showroom, called me and said, "Hey, what's a Vexus?"
Oh, man.
Like, what are you doing? He's like, "I just seen this boat." I'm like, "How much is it?" 115 grand.
Goodness.
Rolled out with it, baby. Rolled out with it.
That's a fucking, you're borderline hobby / obsession.
We did a video.
Every hobby he had.
We did a video a week or so ago.
Yeah.
And we were filming my Can-Am about the wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to do it.
You're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
That's what I'm saying. My Can-Am, man, I got the fucking full audio roof. I got the windshield. I'm finna get my seats wrapped in alligator skin fake, obviously. But, I mean, I'm going to be decked the fuck out. It's like this.
And then you're going to go sink it in the mud hole.
Exactly. And I'm going to have a hell of a time.
I'm milling insets for my headrests in my Can-Am with my logo on them.
Yeah. You got to have a fucking fun hobby. And what the sad part about it is, I feel like my hobby makes me work harder than work itself in general because I'm like,
Thumper Fab makes us work harder because they make us put our own stuff on.
That's what I'm saying. I'll tell you what. So the other day I was like, I'm just going to relax a little bit. And I got a winch bumper. I was like, let me just put this winch bumper on. 7.5 hours later, after I finally got it pressure washed, the other bumper off, the new bumper on, the winch wired up, both light bars rewired up, and everything working. I was half lit, but fuck, it was a good time, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's a hobby.
That's
So
a
what
hobby.
most of the listeners don't know is each one of us will get a hobby, but we all join in. So John Michael kind of started this side-by-side thing with the jacked up side-by-side and the portals. And
you just pull people in.
you can walk underneath the thing. So I've now built a Polaris Ranger and doing all the stuff to it, but mine's built more for my ranch and working out of, and more of like a rescue vehicle or a ranch
So
vehicle.
you got the 4-seater, your ranch style, your pep all rigged out. Me, I'm on 42s and I got a 10 in the roof. Okay, I'm bumping down the block.
If anybody's pawpaw rigged out, it's me. I've got the stock Polaris, stock tires. The only thing that's on my Polaris is a windshield, and that's because I drive from my house to some of my hunting stuff, and I drive on the road, and I hunt off of it. That's it. I don't play around on it. It's literally a tool to get me from my house to the stand.
I'm right down the middle. I can get in the mud, or I can put blinkers on that bitch and drive it on the highway.
Oh no,
I've got 32-inch tires on it. I'm not talking about.
I'm running 42s and I have some 56s on order.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
retarded.
I don't want to be in something so high that when I get a little too tipsy, I fall out the bitch.
I have fallen out of it once, and I will tell you right now, it fucking hurts.
Yeah, so when I was younger, I fell off of horses because I drank too much.
Oh, yeah.
So I've learned my lesson. So I'm gonna be off the ground a little bit, but it's gonna be like okay, not
You're gonna survive the fall. Yeah.
Well, on the what do we do when we clock out? Me and Cheetos argued about this time and time again because we got to the point where we was forcing ourselves to take some time off.
Yeah.
I bought a ranch. So I got cows and
that was the wrong. I mean, that is in itself a whole other job.
I thought it would be fun. Okay. And I do enjoy it, but it is a lot of work.
A ranch and fun. I mean, it's enjoyable, but
it is a lot of work.
I got older. I got older, downsized, got more efficient, got more toys. He got older and increased the toys and the size.
Oh no!
And it's like,
and at the same time, my boys grew up, moved out.
Yeah, and lost his health.
That's like all my labor went away.
So it's kind of starting to sound like all we do for fun after work is work. That's what you're trying to
it is.
Hey, but I'll tell you what though, I do got a lot of toys. I like to use this term a lot. Crippling debt. I'm a professional at it.
Oh, if you're in debt, you don't pay no taxes.
Exactly. So what? so right down the road here from the shop. I don't know. A lot of people, you've seen my wood panel station wagon. I got a station wagon. It's old. It's wood panel. It's got 3 couches in it. That's awesome. Well, I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? It'd be cool if we pro-charged it.
Hell yeah.
So I'm in the process of pro-charging a station wagon right now. And I mean, it's like, do you have any idea how hard it is to call somebody and tell them, hey, y'all, I'm looking for this kind of part, this kind of kit right here. And they're like, oh, what's it for? Chevy Silverado, Dodge Challenger. I'm like,
Brady Bunch.
It is a wood panel station wagon. And they're like, yeah, okay, sir. Yeah, okay. And I'm like, man, I'm telling you, this is fucking great. I'll usually send them some pictures, tell them, look me up and shit. It's insane. But,
so your side-by-side's not really tricked out, Tyler, but, you got them little bitty motorcycles. They're tricked out, right?
Yeah, I do enjoy. I used to race motocross and stuff, so I've been around dirt bikes my whole life, and ever since I got hurt, I can't do it competitively anymore. But I do have some 110s that I play on all the time.
I see you jumping them suckers all the time.
Yeah,
you got some air on them.
Which I do have one complaint. You do the same jump over and over again.
Is that the only jump there?
No, there's like 10 jumps on my track. I got a little track at my house.
I mean, when you go up, you do the same trick every time.
Chip thinks throwing a whip is a trick. It's more just kind of style.
It's pretty much a trick. It's a trick. It's fancy.
But no. I mean, we have a lot of fun. I've got some buddies that come over, that I grew up racing with, and we play around in the afternoon sometimes.
Do they whip too?
Oh, on every jump. We're just out there throwing whips.
So
every jump
a lot of times we're eating shit.
So you're just out there whipping with your boys?
Yeah, we're out there
just whipping it.
Just whipping right behind each other?
What are you doing this weekend? Me and my boys, we're going to whip it.
Hey, I'll tell you this. One of my boys got whipped a couple weeks ago. Foot pad. Actually, we had this one kid. He wrecked in front of another buddy, and his bike came up, and the swing arm bolt, like the axle bolt, hit his leg, and it took the entire calf off his leg.
No, that's not good.
Just ripped it clean off.
Really shitty.
In the backyard. I mean, just out there just having fun, you know, little bit pit bikes.
So y'all just called him an Uber?
So you can definitely get hurt on them.
The only way he's whipping is at home to Devo.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
So everything so far, you know, when I said the ranch as my hobby, it was, that just created all this work. But it sounds to me like the side-by-sides just created work. My boat, I can tell you, I'm really big into bass fishing, but I spend more time customizing my boat than I do fishing. Yeah. So I'm interested on the pit bikes. Do you actually ride them more? Are you more customizing them all the time? Does it create work?
No, it definitely does. Because I mean, you know, pit bikes are made for little kids. I mean, they're little bikes, so you're constantly having to put stiffer suspension on them, make them faster to where they can pull your fat ass around, you know, and get over the jumps and stuff, so you're not bottoming out on every.
So we work
thing.
so much. All of our hobbies is work.
But see, like, you've got a different type of work hobby, though. It's like
there's no fun in cattle. There can't be any. There can't be any adrenaline.
I could walk
in the
away
cattle
from mine.
That's what I was going to say.
I could go get in my bass boat. I can go get in my bass boat and fuck with that.
Yeah.
You know, I can go get on my side by side and fuck with that. Go get on my hunting boat, fuck with that. Go get on my zero turn, fuck with that. Go mess with my truck. Go do whatever, and then go in the house. You can't walk away. If you walk away, they die.
Yeah. You didn't take on a hobby. You took on a lifelong responsibility for these big fuckers out there in your field.
So does anybody know that guy? It's like the perfect like ranch hand, mow your yard, your grass, for a reasonable price that you can trust.
Yes.
Like he's that guy.
Yes. First name is Quentin.
Is Quentin mowing your yard right now?
What, mine?
Yeah, why is Quentin the guy?
He mowed 2 days ago. It's not mowing right now. I mean, he's off right now.
We both have Quentin. Like, Quentin mows, he feeds cows, he does everything we need done.
Quentin's the go-to guy.
Mowing is one of my hobbies. I do not like anybody else to mow my yard.
Let's backtrack. He push mowed the embankment around my pond. He's not driving my zero turn. No,
That's
sir.
Intense.
That's what I do. I can put my music on, which I put a sound bar on my lawnmower, a whole nother podcast. It's freaking badass. But that's my time to, like, I can't hear the wife, I can't hear the phone, I can't hear the kids.
That's me. I get out there, turn my radio on, and just cruise.
Yes.
Yeah, my wife mows the yard. My time's on the tractor.
Yeah.
My equivalent time to what y'all are talking about, mine's on the tractor, in the field, bush hogging.
Where nobody can get to you because they're scared of getting hit by something slung at you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be out there driving along the little zero turn. I'll see my wife. She'll be hollering at me. No, honey, I can't hear you. I'm out here wood grain gripping, fofos I'm tipping. I'm out here.
I went a step further. I think every man should have one thing that's dangerous so they can have their alone time. His is the tractor. His is the pit bike. Yours is the big side-by-side.
Yeah.
Mine
have you
was
ever
the zero turn.
Cows shots?
Oh, yeah, I have. But mine was a zero turn. But when I first got it, it's choked down. Yeah. Now it's unchoked.
Now he's out there flying.
That dude will fly. So I put her on it intentionally. So and was like, let me show you how. She did like a left turn, took out the wall in my shop. And I was like, you can't ever ride again. So mowing's all mine.
Got that out of the way quick.
Yeah. It's like breaking a dish when you're washing, so she don't want you to wash dishes no more.
I got you.
So what about, back to the outdoors? What about hunting? All you guys like to hunt?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Deer Lease is my third favorite place to be.
But what Chip had said about cutting down on expenses, I absolutely intentionally keep my hunting hobbies down. Mm-hmm. I hunt for whitetails. I don't get into ducks and turkeys, and I keep it to a minimum.
Yeah, you're talking about ducks. You're talking about money. I did it a couple years, and I had to get out of it.
Yeah, but
the problem is around our area, it is sportsman's paradise. Yeah. 99% of the people here hunt, fish. You can go up to Kansas and lease ground that's 50 times better than ground here for a quarter of the price. Yep. The stuff you're getting here.
Yeah, what you just said is not 100% true either you just keep it to whitetail. Because I just keep it to whitetail, and I spent $60,000 last year just on the camp house.
Yeah, but you're on a fucking island.
That's
whitetail. Camp is on an island. Hunting.
I don't duck hunt because I know. I don't bow hunt because I know if I decide to bow hunt tomorrow, TP is not going to have anything left.
Well,
I'm buying everything, Bo. I'm buying everything they got just so I know I have everything.
I feel like you have to bow hunt though.
See, I like bow hunting. I'm a Matthews kind
Well, I want to bow hunt. Don't get me wrong. I want to. But I know how I am, and my wife knows how I am, and I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some backlash from this, but I feel like bow hunting is like comparing riding four-wheelers to riding dirt bikes. Like, your gun hunters are your four-wheeler riders.
Oh, yeah.
Your dirt bike riders.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I agree that it's harder and it's more intense. I get it.
Rollerbladers versus skateboarders. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll take all that a step farther, and I'm going to catch a lot of flack, but it's the whole thing. I used to tell my kids all the time, you know, I've always wanted to play the guitar. I've never been willing to learn to play the guitar. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with archery season.
Right.
Archery season is a month longer. You get to hunt before. So I want to go bow hunting. I do not want to put in the work that it takes to be a bow hunter.
It is.
So,
It was a lot more work.
So I actually went and bought a Raven last year. So I have a crossbow.
Crossbow is
I can
like
hunt.
the easy way out of it.
I can hunt during archery season, and I do not have to invest 1 million hours into shooting a crossbow.
I don't know.
I got a buddy that bought a Raven
I'm
for
not
his
either.
7-year-old.
Well,
my
see,
dad bought a
kid,
crossbow
yeah.
last year, but it was because he gimped up like the last 5 big shooters we had on our property with a bow.
Crossbows are for children and seniors.
And
Or
women.
osteoporosis.
Well, you know what? You are
Next
a senior,
time-
honestly.
It could be osteoporosis.
Next time you're out at the house, you will pull that Raven out. You tell me how senior citizen that dude is.
Oh, I mean, they're badass, but I think that they should only be for kids and senior citizens because, fuck it, you got to get out there. Give the deer at least a little chance if you're bow hunting.
I just
I'm
can't.
giving nobody a chance.
I just can't put that much money into it. And I know I will. I mean, just like the fishing, I went and bought the boat.
Yeah.
I called Tyler.
Yeah.
I said, Tyler, what bait do I need? Tyler says, oh, they're jamming right now on the chatterbaits. Cool.
Goes
I
and
go
buys
to Honey Hole and buy every
Every
chatterbait they
chatterbait
got.
they got.
Then the next week, I
They're
go
buying
fishing with
something
them,
else.
and I pull out my chatterbait, and Tyler's like, what are you doing? So I'm putting my bait on. Well, chatterbait's out of season. What? Well, now it's the worms.
50 chatterbaits.
So now I go back and buy all the worms.
I'm telling you.
Like, and I can't do it.
And I do that too a little bit.
I would
So the whole side-by-side
And by the way, fuck you, Todd.
I would say that bow hunting is probably less expensive than fishing. Not
to start.
But no, you already have the ground. You've already got the property.
Yeah.
You've got a ton of stands.
You
You've
can
got
go
all
the
the
cheap
stuff.
way.
You can go buy you a bow. I know you're going to buy the most badass bow you can get. So you're going to have 50.
Where did you get that you already have the land?
He's got Davis Island. He has got a place to
You're
hunt.
talking about adding that to whitetail hunting.
Right. Well, no.
But
What I'm
you was
saying,
comparing it to fishing. If you want to start fishing, you got to have a boat. If you want to start bow hunting, you got to get some property.
well, from a starting standpoint, I'm talking about from Cheeto's standpoint, because Cheeto said it's going to cost a ton of money. But in reality, I think he's just scared.
Are you scared to swing
Okay,
an arrow?
dear, please forgive me for buying all the bow stuff in Washita Parish.
I love it. But I'll tell you what, the side-by-side stuff, though, man, it's like that. It's like a wormwormole. Once you start
jump.
something, you can either fuck around with it and just ease into it. Like Tyler said, you just do the minimum, whatever, just get you a bike, something like that.
Well, you
Or-
can if you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm just a dude and I bought a side by side, I'm Tyler. I got a Polaris, got a windshield.
Yeah, you're not
no
riding
big deal.
nobody, you're
But
just
then I get in this damn group,
Yeah.
and you fuck around and get portals, and you
just
fuck
went-
around and get all the racks and everything. Well, guess what? I got to win now.
I just went to Muddy Bottoms. Huge mud park. Paved mud park. It's fucking insane. If you've never heard of it, look it up. Muddy Bottoms.
It's the nicest place
It's badass.
ever.
And I went down there and I was like, shit, I got 16 inches of lift. I got a high lifter, big lift on high lifter, 8-inch portals, 42s. I'm a bad mother. I wasn't shit. I was not shit. I ain't shit. I'm talking about people were pulling up next to me with custom Cadillac white paint jobs on their $60,000 four-seaters with heat and AC on 56s with $12,000 in audio because the rest hadn't come in
Got
yet.
$100,000 in
Got
a
$100,000 in a side-by-side.
that they're about
Right
to drive
now-
out in that pond.
They're going to go cross the
Right now, I have a very nice side by side, and I'm inside the competition we have going on.
Oh, yeah.
One
Wait,
time at Muddy
y'all are in a
Bottoms.
competition?
One time at Muddy
You're in it
Bottoms.
too. You just don't know yet.
One time at Muddy Bottoms, one time in Jay, Oklahoma, one time at River Run.
And it's gonna go
And the
crazy.
third time, there's going to be an 18-wheeler with a NASCAR hauler unloading my side-by-sides.
I'm telling you.
Like, it's
I'm
fixing
finna
to
go
get serious.
I'm
Wait,
going to go get an X3.
are we doing this?
It's finna to get
Oh,
serious.
I'm on it. So I got a Can-Am Defender.
Can
I
we put
love
them in
it.
that trailer out there?
No.
That's where it'll start.
Tyler's
won't
like,
fit.
are we doing this? All three of us have done spent 60 grand on side-by-sides in the last month.
We're indeed.
Nobody told me about this side by side.
You got to put him in the group text. Some shit's popping up. But it's like this. So, like, I got this Defender. I love Can-Am. Love it. But the Defender.
But it's not a Polaris.
fuck
Finish the
a
sentence.
Polaris.
Yeah, fuck
But
Polaris.
It's not a Polaris.
We're back on 2 and 2. Me and Nacho in the Polaris.
No way. No. But there's a thing called an X3 Turbo. It is a fucking monster. And I'm about to have me an X3 4-seater.
But that's a dune buggy.
No.
Is that a Polaris?
Can-Am
product?
makes it. I know, but it's shaped and it's a dune buggy.
It is like an aggressive.
Dune
Man,
buggy.
so
It
many
is
people down there had them on
worthless.
42s, 44s. Worthless.
It serves no purpose.
Well, that's why I got
can't put feed on the back of it.
Well, that's what I
can't
got my
hang any
Defender
shovels on the back of it. Like, what if
Yeah.
I need to bury somebody?
Well, now, I'm
There's
gonna
no
have
way
to-
to even put a body.
I'm gonna have to go with John on this one. If you already have the Defender or the Ranger or whatever,
Yeah, I've already got
and
my
it's already
utility.
got all that, and you have the ability, and you want an X3 to run fast or whatever,
Yeah.
then yeah. But if you're just going to get a side by side per se, and you buy an X3 over the other one,
yeah.
you're an idiot.
Yeah. But it's like this, right? So I've got the Defender, I've got the utility vehicle, I've got the big dump bed and everything like that. And it's awesome. I got like, what is it, like 80 horsepower or something like that?
I think something
It's
like
not
that.
80 or 90 horsepower. An X3 Turbo.
It's 6 feet off the ground.
Oh, that's
That
what I'm
is
saying.
Not
That's-
functional.
that's
You're
great
not getting
for-
that through
It's
the
a
woods.
drive over buggy.
It's a drive. I drive over shit. But the X3 Turbo, I put 44s under that motherfucker. It's got 200 ponies under the hood, ready off the showroom floor. When I say I can fucking cut a donut on 42s and a 4-seater, I mean that.
Well, I was impressed. I went live with Brittany from Thumper Fab while she was in Jay, Oklahoma. Okay, and I know about Muddy Bottoms and the rides and all that. And they have these mud pits, and you jump off in them and go through them.
Yeah.
No big deal. We're on a live. This dude is on a 4-wheeler that had like 150 horses or some shit. He comes down this hill towards this mud hole. Next thing you know, he's at the finish line. He literally walked on water all the way
Skimming.
across it.
They're skimming. Yeah, so
like,
much
holy
power. That's what I'm
Never
saying.
hit the bottom.
No, never touched anything.
You don't get that out of a Polaris, baby. That's Can-Am products only. It's like this. Grandparents and grandchildren are in the Polaris because it's safe. Motherfuckers who want to have fun are sitting over here in the Can-Ams because shit's about to go down.
It's
I
just
will
about
say,
to pop off.
almost in every area where we all get involved, everything of mine is more practical.
No,
It
yours
has
is
a practical
yours is-
function.
Yeah, practically geriatric is
Yours-
what your shit is.
I love that. I love that. Put
is
that on a
very-
t-shirt. Put
is-
that on a t-shirt.
No, but that is true. I mean, like if you look at their 2 trucks
Yes.
and then you look at
My shit's
our
great.
2 trucks, we're way more practical than
I
y'all.
can do anything
every
in my
aspect.
truck that you can do in your truck. Anything.
Mine and Cheeto's trucks are almost identical. So I did go a little over the top on the truck. When we deleted the trucks and tuned them, and they're
That's a whole other
that's a
podcast.
whole
We got to talk
nother-
about that, though.
Whole nother story. But all of my stuff is more practical. I can use it on the ranch. I can go out in the woods and hunt out of it. I can reach in the bed.
Yeah.
Like,
But yours isn't practical at a mud park. And that's where me and Cheeto are going.
it is, because I'm going to have to come out there and tow you out when you break axles.
You're
and
literally
tear shit up.
not going to be able to get to us because your bike is 3 inches from the ground.
Yeah, and to go off
No,
what,
it's not.
To go
My
off
bike
what-
still is on 32s. It's still up in the air.
My bike comes stock on 32s.
Except yours is you turn sharp, you're gonna fall over.
No, I got steering stops.
well, to go off what Tyler said, my truck can do everything and anything pulling your truck than it can by itself. So
The trucks are
It's just going to sound like an airplane taking off with the 37-inch mud graps on it.
Now I will say that is the only downside to my truck. Period is the tire roar.
well,
on
it was in the
interstate.
very beginning, but I've had graps on my truck for over a decade, and I have gotten so used to the whine of the grap that if it ain't there, I got to go get them.
You
I
get
buy
so
a new
used to
truck.
it.
First thing I'm doing is putting graphs on it because I gotta have that noise.
I will say this: it looks mean with the graphs. Like it does give the
looks good.
truck like a mean, like I'm about to, I can do anything type look.
I pulled my station wagon down here on a car hauler today. No problems whatsoever.
But my deal, I wouldn't want to have to, with me traveling 60,000 miles a year, I wouldn't want to have to listen to that for that long.
So I just drove to NASCAR and back, and you're right. I love my truck, but like 28 hours in the truck round trip, I whooped my ass.
Well, see, it's not only Cheeto's tires. When we had our trucks tuned and redone, that was the one thing we done different is he upgraded to a 5-inch exhaust. I stayed with the 4-inch exhaust because the shop told us the 5-inch exhaust, you're going to get a headache from the roar of the exhaust.
Chip said throw it on there.
He has the tire whine, and then he has this louder
You
noise
can pull
from
up
the
to a red
exhaust.
light on a Honda, or you can pull up to the red light on a Harley.
That's what I'm saying. I'm Harley all the way, baby. It's like I drive around the country stunting on 26s, and I have a set of 30s ordered for my truck.
Your wheels are absolutely the most
I'm big rim
ludicrous,
riding, baby.
stupid thing
Big
I've
rim
ever seen.
Are you talking about his wheels?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to put my shit in SEMA this year. Like, this is one of my hobbies is working on shit that I just obviously shouldn't for absolutely no reason.
I know we talk about like different generations and stuff, and like my generation, it's weird because like your truck is like what my generation really likes. But I personally like a clean, like just symmetrical truck. I don't like the wide tires. I don't like the huge rims. Like to
This
me,
dude got rims on his truck like it's a full body mirror.
oh,
It is.
I no doubt. I've seen them.
chromed out.
Giant
I've seen
chrome.
them. To me,
Like, the
that's
tires are what, like 2 inches thick?
I'm running low
if you
pressure on
wanted
60.
if you wanted to drive that truck across a field.
I could do it. I drive off across my
He
field all the
would
time.
not do it.
I
If
do it
you
at my
were
house.
if you were going over like rocks and stuff and
Oh,
like some
no,
bad
I don't do
terrain,
that, no.
would it destroy that truck?
Yes.
So
I have
for
my
me,
rim.
that is just not practical.
I can say Tyler's the
nothing-
only person in his generation that I know that likes plain.
So I'm
Like,
not playing
dude eats a hamburger with just a bun.
I do a
He
lot
wants a
of
t-shirt
extravagant stuff.
with nothing.
And like I said, we've done spent 60, 70 grand on side by side to do a lot of stuff. These two guys are absolutely not practical with anything.
I'm practically having a great fucking time, baby. That's what I'm doing.
I practically
I have
give 0 fucks.
I have 5 miles of gravel on the way to my house.
That's not gravel.
I literally drive 5 miles to pick John up at the end of the gravel so that he don't have to drive those big ass chrome
This man
wheels
does
on
not
gravel.
And that's a problem to me. If you have a truck that you can't drive down a gravel road
I
without
can.
messing your rims up,
I can drive. I just don't want to. I just don't
That's
want
a
to
problem.
drive down it. So it's like this. I just washed the fucking truck. I don't want to go down this fucking gravel road. He didn't tell me it's gravel. And it's not a normal gravel road. We're not talking about pea gravel here, homie. It's like fucking baseball-sized boulders laying in the road.
Just so it's said, John, I don't mind.
so it's a
picking you up down there.
it's a pavement princess. That's what
It
it
is.
As a matter of
Now, I
fact,
have-
next time you're down there, I'll bring my Ranger down there.
Yeah, well,
That way we can get back
there you
good,
go.
and you can actually ride on a real bike.
If we ever fucking get there, it'll take us forever. But it's like this, right? So my truck, I have a mud truck. And people always ask me, like, why don't you take your F-250 mud ride? I'm like, because I'm not fucking stupid. I have a mud truck. I have a Toyota Hilux on 44 boggers. That, if I want to go mud riding a truck, that's what I fucking take. And they're like, what do you do if you need to do a bunch of work and stuff? I'm like, I just use the truck. They're like, what if you need to go down gravel? I'm like, I don't have any reason to go down gravel ever.
except to go to Nacho's house.
Except to go to his house. And I'm pretty sure the only person that has a gravel other than their driveway to their home that I fuck with is him. And maybe my mother-in-law, but that's like 600 yards. That's it.
Well, that truck wouldn't last a day at our hunt and lease in Kansas because it is miles and miles of gravel.
Well, so see,
But he has 2 other trucks.
But here's the deal.
I don't sell shit and I don't trade shit in. I have a 04 Chevy Silverado extended cab with like 340,000 miles on it.
The
And I will-
LZ71.
LZ71, baby. I will take that motherfucker sideways through a thicket at 60.
But would
With a
it
smile on
even
my
make
face.
it up there on the
Oh,
interstate?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
sucker will purr.
That's a GM product, baby. That's something you go wherever you want
Yeah,
to
put a
go.
little fucking oil in it every 100 miles. I'm good to go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fucking pray
When
for
he
the
needs
transmission.
to, he can take that half-ton Z71 and go tow that F-250 around.
I can. Okay. That's like,
That's funny.
But my F-250, it's the luxury of it. It's because I can sit in there. I got the massaging seats, heat seats, AC seats, shit like that. I'm having a great fucking time on a road trip. My Silverado, the AC went out a long time ago. The radio works when you hit a hard bump and until you hit another one.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it is pretty rough. But I like it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
You just got a new truck, Tyler. What,
So for me, as much traveling as I do, I try to keep a truck with warranty. I mean, it's as expensive as diesels are. I want a truck with warranty.
Oh, for sure.
And, I hit 90-something thousand miles on my last one, and I went and traded it in, got another GMC AT4. I had no problems out of my last one. It's when I'm spending half my time in my vehicle. So it's important to me to have a nice, comfortable vehicle. That's like my office. So for me, I don't mind spending a little extra money to be comfortable on the road. But I'm not putting 37-inch mud boggers on it. You know what I mean?
A few months ago, I went and bought a 22 Chevy High Country 2500, and immediately the next day deleted the whole truck and voided the warranty.
So see, that's what I did. That's what I was going to say. My F-250, I had that motherfucker for 3 hours and was already out in my garage with a sawzall cutting the fucking exhaust off to start deleting it.
I have a list in my head. It's been there forever, but buy truck, tires, tents, make faster. You got a list. And
sure.
Warranty doesn't mean shit.
If I own a truck for more than 7 days and it doesn't have illegal tint or some kind of emissions removed that it shouldn't have had, then I don't plan on keeping it.
But here's the deal. Y'all aren't putting 100,000 miles on your truck in a year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we've done it before.
Well, it's like my F-250.
Y'all might be about to now, but like how long have you had your truck, Chip?
2 years.
Well, you don't even have 50,000 miles on it though, do you?
Well, no, because I have multiple vehicles.
But that's what I'm saying. If you were driving that vehicle,
if it was a long distance truck and that was what I was going to use it for.
When I was 20 and bought a brand new truck, when I was in my 30s and bought a brand new truck, when I was a teenager, bought a brand new, fuck a warranty.
Yeah.
It's getting tinted, it's getting deleted, it's getting exhaust, it's getting tuned, it's getting tires. I don't even care about the warranty.
All that shit the EPA makes them put on there, that just
coming
tears your
off.
shit up. So you're going to need the warranty.
Yeah.
If you take all that shit off, you don't need.
But the point is, 90% of the time, the warranty doesn't cover it anyway. In my experience, 90% of the time, whatever happens to the truck, you go in, the warranty didn't cover that. Oh, the warranty didn't cover that. It's like having medical insurance. It's not going to fucking cover it. You're going to have to pay the bill anyway. You got to send them $20 a month for the rest of your damn life. So it might as well be cool as shit and be the way you want it.
Yeah,
and I
I'm
know
not
a bunch of
disagreeing with
mechanics.
that. I'm really not disagreeing with that. I mean, a lot of guys that I know delete their trucks and do that. Me personally, that security of having that in the back of my mind,
It's false security. It's like false hope.
it might be false security, but it is security that I have in my mind. And it gives me an excuse to buy a truck every couple of years.
And whatever makes you happy, I guess.
And it's a ploy because all it is they're getting extra money out of it. We're going to, for $3,000, we're going to give you an extra warranty. So when you use it.
But if you backed your boat in the water at a major league fishing event at 60 miles an hour blowing black smoke, you would get more sponsors.
Be a bad son of a bitch.
You would get
Maybe
more
so.
sponsors.
Yeah, you'd be a bad son of a bitch.
But I'll give you an example where warranty, I know this is on a different topic, but for a boat, for instance. So this year at my last event on Champlain, running down the lake and last day of practice, lower unit just went out. Just stopped working. Did not hit nothing. Just went out. Brought it to the surface trailer. He looked at it, said, doesn't look like you hit anything. Threw another lower unit on there, back to go. Warranty covered it. If I would not have had warranty on that motor, that would have been $7,000. That'd have been $7,000 out of my pocket, or I wouldn't have been fishing the next day.
That's just 7,000 more reasons to win the damn tournament.
All I'm saying is it has gotten me out of multiple binds having warranty.
So warranty, the only thing that I do 100% have warranty on and use the fuck out of it is my phone. I have shattered more phone screens in the last 2 years than is unreal.
But that is a whole different topic because me and you have had this conversation.
Yeah.
How many phones, if you right now went out to your truck, how many phones can you produce right now?
4 or 5 easy.
4 or 5 that are all activated
Yeah.
charged up, ready
Maybe
to
not
roll.
charged.
I got hoes in different area code.
Call me Kevin Gates,
4 or
baby. I got
5
two
phones.
phones.
So do they all have the same number or different numbers?
I have the same number.
So are they like different services, like AT&T,
They're all
Verizon?
Verizon. They're all Verizon.
What is
They
the
don't have-
point of having 6
So
phones?
it's like this, right? Far as content creation, everything like that goes, I put myself in some pretty stupid situations sometimes. Mud rides, NASCAR races, pit
6
crew.
foot in the air on a side by side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. God knows what will happen. I drop my phone off this couch arm right now, shatters on the ground. I walk out to my truck and grab another one and keep on making content and not worrying about it. I'll send this one off, get warranty, and get it right back.
6 is overkill.
Well, so see, it's like this. Those other phones are paid off. I just upgrade it.
He never trades in.
I don't trade phones in. So I just keep them. I keep the SIM card in them. I keep them turned off.
That makes sense.
I keep my phone on. One active phone at all times. If I need a second one, I just turn one on.
It's like having extra popsicles
Yeah. You can never have too many popsicles.
or beers.
Yeah.
Bottles of Crown Apple. There's no reason why you should not have
Speaking of
half
beers.
a dozen bottles of Crown Apple. At any
I
given time.
agree.
See, there we
I
go.
agree.
See, speaking of beers and Crown, if we're going to talk about what we do after the clock, we might as well talk about the different types of beers after the clock.
Well, you got in the house Apple Crown, in the shop Apple Crown, at the office Apple Crown, in the backpack Apple Crown, in the front door panel of the Apple Crown, in the rear seat door panel of Apple Crown, in the toolbox Apple Crown, and on the riding lawnmower, side by side boat. There's a lot of applications for Apple Crown.
I'm just not a big Apple Crown guy.
Well, I mean,
It's like this, all right? I'm a Crown and Cola kind of guy. But,
have you ever had Apple Crown and White Monster?
no, I have not. So
It's-
You know he hasn't because he's not an Apple Crown guy.
It's the best of both worlds.
I'm
Is
a
that
beer
the move?
drinker.
It's the best of both worlds. You
Best drink
got a
on the planet.
buzz. You're good.
We might
and
have
you
to
got
get that on the next
energy.
podcast.
You're ready to run. You're
There's actually some
you're
in
not
my
tired.
office.
You're great.
So it's like this. I'm a beer drinker. I hop off the lawnmower. I want a PBR. I want a cheap ice cold beer. I'm down at the river, down at the lake. Cheap beer me up, baby. But if I'm at Texas Roadhouse, draft me something sophisticated up.
Okay, I'm going to go with you a little bit. If I'm
There's different
getting off the
beers
mower,
for different
I'm never getting
situations.
that cheap.
if I'm getting off the mower,
Oh, yeah.
I've got ice, almost frozen Apple Crown. If I'm not hot and just want to chill,
Yeah.
I've got room temperature Apple Crown.
See, now
and if I'm at
room
Texas
temp.
Roadhouse, I have made a bad decision because there's a better steakhouse somewhere in that town.
No way. Texas Roadhouse is top tier steakhouse.
Maybe in Crossett, Arkansas, but you need to travel a little bit, brother. 'Cause
Now there's some good steakhouses out there, but for the money and the convenience, you can't beat Texas Roadhouse.
I will agree
Now,
with
if you
that.
said
I'll agree with that.
the butter and the rolls at Texas
Oh, yeah.
Roadhouse, I'd have been with
I'm
you. But
talking
you're
about
talking steak. No, there's better steak.
price, and convenience in mind.
You don't need
Texas
to
Roadhouse is
be.
top tier.
You don't need to be worried about the price if you're a steak eater. Now, if you just want a piece of meat
That's
and
what I
some
want, piece of
sides, okay, I'll go with you.
Piece of
But
meat.
if you're
I've
looking
had-
for a steak, Texas Roadhouse ain't the conversation.
I've had
where's-
some great steak.
Where's the steak place around here?
In here, Doe's,
Doe's
Those
is
eat
good.
place.
Doe's is good, but it's like this.
Outback's better than Texas Roadhouse.
You cannot say that.
The quality of meat,
Outback
cut
is
Outback is better.
trash.
I'm not an Outback guy.
The steak is a better cut of meat.
Not an
No
Outback.
way.
I'm not an Outback guy. But
Outback is like Chili's.
I have had a
But worse.
$250 steak, and I have had a $22 steak. The $250 was significantly fucking better, melted in my mouth like butter. But for the price and convenience, I will go to Texas Roadhouse 10 times before I go to that other.
In this area, for price
agree with
wise,
that. Yeah.
to go with your saying,
The
in
Doe's
this,
Eat place is going to be
it's going to be higher.
rare
It's a
occasion.
special occasion.
Yes.
But for price and quality at the same time, in this area, Iron Cactus. It's a Mexican restaurant in Calhoun, Louisiana.
You gonna go
They
get a
hand
steak.
cut. They hand
At
cut
a
you.
Mexican restaurant.
I'm telling you, they hand cut you a ribeye, 16 ounces. They cook it perfectly, and it will be the best steak. And it's about $26.
So that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. But it's like this.
Not bad at all. We came to your place in Crossett, Arkansas. You told us where to meet you to eat because it's the only place.
It's the only Mexican restaurant in my
We
town.
sit down to eat, and he starts telling us how good the burgers are at the place across the street.
But it's like $13 or $14. I can't afford that.
Yeah,
but you're okay with a $26 steak.
I wasn't
So
inviting y'all here to eat if I got to pay $13 for a burger.
I eat at that burger place in town, Andy's. I love it. It's a good burger, but it's a $14 burger. And I'll tell you right now, when I go to Andy's for a $14 burger,
But you'll spend 90 grand on a side by side.
yes, I'm not spending a lot of money on food. I'm not.
You obviously spend a lot of money on food.
This is ramen and Viennese sausage, baby. Okay. This is beer
A
gut.
lot
This is
of it.
PBR.
I guess
okay?
maybe that's the difference.
I could be a spokesperson for Pabst Blue Ribbon if they get their head out of their ass. You hear that, PBR? I'm your number one fucking outlook. Okay. Either way, though, I will spend $20 on a steak before I spend $250 any day of the week, multiple times.
Well, it depends. I mean, I'm with you a little bit, but
It's like it's not that much better for the price difference.
It really isn't worth it.
it depends on where you're at, what you're doing.
If
There's
we're in a
circumstances. to it.
situation and an occasion, if it's an anniversary or somebody I didn't like died or something like that, we're getting a good steak.
Somebody didn't like that.
We're gonna have a good fucking day.
Yeah.
But if it's just Wednesday evening and I want a steak, Texas Roadhouse, man.
Well, we've talked about the toys. We've gone over some things. Let's end this with a simple question. What's your favorite drink?
Favorite drink?
You leave work, you're going home. What's your favorite beverage? You're going to relax a little bit, sit down, have a glass or what?
The question is like John said a while ago, did you just get off the mower and you're hot and sweaty?
No.
Or are you
Into
sitting
the work
down
day.
to relax?
End of the work day, you're going home to decompress, kick your shoes or your boots off, but you're going to have an alcoholic beverage.
I know for sure.
What is your drink?
Without a doubt, 100%, a number one go-to drink at all times and my best starter drink that you should ever try, a Modelo Tallboy Chelada. It is a Michelada.
That's a beer with something I don't
That's
know.
a beer with V8 in it.
Okay, you don't lost my ass.
That is so fucking good. It will set you right.
I don't want vegetables in my beer.
That's why
You
you
have
have those
got to
ugly
try
fucking
it.
rims.
You have got a
No
Modelo
doubt.
Michelada is one of the best beers you can start
You lost me a V8.
a rally with.
You lost me
You want
a
a beer with V8 in it?
It is so much more than that. Like I can't even describe it.
We've already
so good.
discussed the fact I don't eat vegetables, so
Well, it's-
I'm not putting vegetables in
drinking
my
them
beer.
It is so much better. It's like, so you don't like spicy V8. You don't like Bloody Marys.
Yes.
It's a Bloody Mary.
See? I eat
That's all it is.
You should have rephrased it. You should have rephrased it.
It is a Bloody Mary beer. It is the best starter beer they ever made. Tall boy Michelada.
So does it taste like a beer or a V8?
It tastes like a Bloody Mary. It is
Okay.
a Bloody Mary.
Then why not
That's what
just
it is.
have a Bloody Mary?
Because I don't want to drink vodka.
So he's on a Modelo
I
Bloody
just don't
Mary.
like vodka.
He's got a Modelo Bloody Mary. What is your drink, Nacho?
My drink of choice always is what you actually turned me on to, which is the White Monster with apple crown.
But the
if
White
I'm
Monster with
sitting
apple
down
crown is
in
for,
the
like,
evening to
doing
relax, it's just going to be a Crown and Coke or a Jack and Coke. Something to
Brown and Coke, Jack and Coke. Tyler?
Yep.
I mean, after a long day of fishing, come back to the house, it's hard for me not to go with just the old Blue Moon.
Blue Moon.
Yep.
Do you cut your own oranges?
Wow.
No.
I was just
Do
saying.
you put an orange in it or do you just
not
Blue
a
Moon?
Blue Moon
I'm
guy.
I have just a regular Blue Moon. Now, like if I'm at a restaurant or something and they ask, do I want an orange in it? Yeah, I'll get them to put one in it. But as far as
if you're feeling
as
real
far,
spunky.
yeah, but like at the house, like in that, like when I get back to this afternoon, I'll probably drink a Blue Moon.
You are so sophisticated.
Watch
If I'm
TV.
feeling wild, I'll stick an orange in my Blue
Our
Moon.
producer,
Scott,
and
back me
another
up.
member, Scott, what is your drink?
I'd have to say Blue Moon.
He's a Blue Moon too. Are you orange guy on top or no?
Oh, it's just
So
no
he likes the
hesitation.
orange.
If they offer it, yeah, I'll take it.
So I'm getting me a glass out of the freezer.
I would have to say go
I'm putting a few ice cubes in it, and I'm filling that bitch to the brim with Crown Apple. And I'm going to drink that shit straight. That's my relax.
That's a reason for an AA meeting. That's not relaxing. We need
telling
to
you.
talk about this.
I'm telling you, there's two alcohols in my house. It's going to be a beer, which is going to be a Michelob Ultra or a Bud Light. I prefer the Bud Light, but the Michelob Ultra has less carbs and on the keto stuff and all that. So the Michelob Ultra and Crown Apple.
Yeah.
I will drink Crown Apple and Sprite. I'll drink it with Monster. I will pour it into the Michelob Ultra and top it off. I'll drink it straight. If I spill it, I'm going to get a straw.
Well, most of our vendors over the years have learned the whole Apple Crown thing.
Yeah.
So when they come into town, they come by for a tour of the building or our facilities. They usually bring a gift of a fifth of Apple Crown. So me and Cheeto both keep a fifth of Apple Crown in our office.
I'm going to need you to send an email out and bump that up to a gallon.
What you need to do is let me just be in the attachments down there below. Please bring 112 pack of PBR. It'll only cost you $9.
We're going to get you
$9.
We are going to get you a sponsorship from PBR. We're going to figure it out.
I'm telling you what, if
The only good PBR I've ever seen was the one we launched out of the Durkin Tactical can launcher.
I'm telling you, man, PBR is the pork chop of beer. It will
I'm
set
telling you,
right.
okay, I'm telling you again, take pork chop out of it.
It
Potted
is.
meat,
It's not the
Vienna
potted meat,
sausage,
no.
something. But pork chop is it's like steak, chicken, pork chop. So it's not the third best beer.
It is.
No.
It may be the first.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm a big
I've
little
never
ultra
even
guy.
drank one.
Have you not? I've got some in the fucking
You
truck.
don't want it, Tyler. Tyler, don't do it.
It's
Never
fucking
even tried
great.
it.
Tyler, don't do it.
It is the
Don't
best
look him in the
beer
eyes,
that will
Tyler.
ever touch your lips.
Don't make eye contact, Tyler.
Okay, we're drinking a PBR after this.
Don't
shit
make eye
without
contact, Tyler.
Fuck yeah. Well, all righty. Shit, we've talked about a lot this go around, hadn't we? That's what I'm talking about.
Hobbies, interests, but mostly work.
Yeah, hobby, steak, work, beer.
We've been from Can-Am to Polaris to hunting to
Can-Am.
fishing to beer to alcohol.
I mean, we talked about the best side by side there is Can-Am, then Polaris.
The best drink there is Crown Apple. The
PBR.
best vehicle there is, the GM
Me and
product.
Tyler will gladly come and pick our friends up when y'all are stuck in the middle of the pond, and we'll haul you back and help you
Hey.
get your bike back running.
The only reason you're picking me up is because I sold my Can-Am for double the price because some dude had to have it.
I even on the back of my bike, because I have the Thumper Fab bed rack, I have toolboxes in there, so I can
Because you got to work on that bitch.
it's to work on yours. I'm just letting you know, if you want to store...
My Can-Am came with a
if you
little
want-
bitty pouch with a screwdriver and a little hand wrench because that tightens
Because
the
they know
nuts
you're
on
going
the
to be
glove
walking
box.
anyway.
Yours came with a
If y'all would
Snapple
like
membership.
to buy some extra axles for your bikes and store them in my boxes, you're more than welcome. That's what I'm saying, because I'm a friend like that.
Well, that's nice of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I mean, we're going to have to come all the way back to the camp to get them because you're not going to be able to go anywhere that we go because you won't have the power that we do.
The power.
We got to borrow somebody else's Can-Am to go back to the Ranger to get the parts to go back to the Can-Am.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll see.
I'm telling you.
We'll see.
Well, John, wrap us up, brother.
Well, all righty, guys. We've talked about hobbies, steaks. We've talked about a little bit of everything here, and especially beer. If you hadn't tried PBR, just do it. It won't cost you much. Either
Oh,
way,
it's
though,
going to cost you.
might lose a little moral integrity. But either way, join us back again on another episode of the Outlaw Way podcast. We got one dropping once a week at least, maybe twice a week. Stay updated. We're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Insta, the Outlaw Way. Just look us up. We're there. See you next time.